Hey everybody, Rez the Collector here with another Superman related review. Today we're taking a look at the Superman Rebirth Icons figure. This came from the 7-figure Rebirth pack. Definitely an awesome figure. Unfortunately these aren't available for retail in a single card until I believe the end of November. So I would definitely be looking for it at that point. As you can see here, the Rebirth costume is kind of a hybrid between the New 52 and the classic Superman. For the New 52, the collar was removed, the belt was altered to look a little bit more similar to the original belt, also with kind of a Man of Steel feel thrown in there because of the way it kind of has that separation between what would be the buckle and the actual belt portion of it. And then of course we've got the blue boots with a single red lining at the top, and then on the back we've got a classic yellow Superman symbol on the cape, and then on the chest we've got more of a classic Superman symbol. Now this is going to be, in my opinion, a figure that's going to be in high demand because we're not going to get very much in this new suit, collectible wise, I wouldn't think, because the suit is already different in the comics now. It's got red boots, closer to the classic costume, and the belt is a little bit different. I think there is actually some yellow added to the belt to get it even closer to that classic costume. So basically all we're missing now is a full yellow belt and the red undies, and he'll be back in the classic Superman. And of course removing the cufflinks on the arms. But overall, I do really like the changes that they made. There were certain aspects of the New 52 costume that I didn't care for. One was the black S on the back. I love an S on the cape because no matter how you're looking at Superman, you're going to know it's Superman. Otherwise, it could just be anybody standing there with a red cape. And that annoys me when they leave that integral part of his costume out. I hated it in the animated series when they removed it. I can't stand it in Man of Steel because it's CGI and it'd been too difficult. That my ass, dude. It'd be quite simple to add that S on the back. My Superman has the S on the back of the cape, and preferably a yellow S, not a black one or whatever color. Actually, looking at this figure, it is getting closer and closer to the New 52 Earth 2 Superman. He too had a red belt with a little bit of yellow on it. He had no collar, but he did have cuffs, and he had red boots. So I would say that the new Rebirth costume that Superman's wearing, the one that's closer yet to the classic, is basically a copy of the Earth 2 Superman. The S is a little bit more different, it's more classic, but other than that, I'd say that they're basically going for that Earth 2 look, which is a look that I really did like. Now the figure they put out really sucked, but the costume itself I really liked, and I'm kind of happy that they're going that way because that's what the Earth 2 costume was basically a hybrid between the classic and the New 52. And that's what this and the costume he's wearing now, the further altered Rebirth costume, are going to look like. So definitely a great look for him. Let me go ahead and shut this off. And the figure fell because this is one of my reviews, and that's what figures do in my reviews. So as you can see here, let's see if I can get a little bit of better focusing going on here, huh? Must focus. Alright, there we go. So, very classic Superman look. Classic S. The top of the pecs are a little more defined than usual. Usually it's more of a straight line across there. This has got a nice little dip, I guess. Definitely has the shiny cufflinks on it. The belt, of course, being that all red number, and the boots, of course, having that red line at the top. And we do have a beautiful yellow S on the back. The head sculpt is decent. Not the best head sculpt I've ever seen on a figure, but it really isn't that bad. And of course the articulation on these figures is really nice. Basically, DC finally tried to up their game and be closer to, say, like the Marvel Legends, with all the articulation that these figures have. The only thing they don't have that I think they should is they don't have a cut in the thigh for rotating the thigh. That's the only thing that they're really missing. Otherwise, you can pretty much get these figures into any pose that you really can think of. These guys can pull it off with all the points of articulation. They've got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, ankle rockers. We've got the ab crunch, rotating at the bicep, rotating at the hand. Definitely just a lot of articulation that it's possible to get out of this figure. This is definitely a figure, again, I'd recommend picking up, because this and that statue, again, I think are going to be the only things that come out with this costume, because it's already different in the comics now. So if you're looking to pick this up, or that... jeez. Always, guys, I can't have something not fall, because that's just the way that my my collectibles do. They just fall down all the time. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Oh, man. You guys missed this, huh? Watching all my reviews and watching all my figures just fall down? Because it isn't one of my reviews unless a figure falls over. Alright, come on, Cal. You can do it. Stand up. You don't even have to be standing straight. Just stand up. Alright, there you go. Like I said, the collectibles with this costume are going to be very limited. You've got this figure, and you've got the GameStop exclusive Icon Hero statue, and that's only a limited run of 2,000. So I would assume that there's going to be not much else, if anything else, coming out with this costume, because that it has already changed in the comics. It's, again, gone closer to the classic suit. So I believe the single-carded version of this figure comes out at the end of November, and the Superman Rebirth Icon Hero statue can be picked up now. And definitely is not something you want to wait on, because of the limited collectibles put out with this costume. They're going to end up being in high demand, I would think. Because, again, you can only get the figure, the Rebirth figure right now through the 7-pack, and the single-carded does come out in November, but it's going to be, in my opinion, in demand, because we're not going to get anything else with this costume. So I would definitely look towards picking that up. Definitely a great figure, very good QC on mine, quality control. The sculpting's nice, the paint is nice. Basically, really nice figure to have. I recommend picking it up, again, for the reasons I've already listed, and just because it's a badass figure. But I want to thank you all for watching. This is, of course, Rez the Collector. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and rate and comment. I do want to thank you again for watching, and you have a wonderful day.